What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Final Fantasy. I got my coffee. We did wrap up everything we had to wrap up last episode, so we are ready to go check on Jill now. See how she's doing. Definitely wasn't holding up too good in the volcano, so... It's like the curse is starting to get the best of her.
But the rest is up to you. You need to start taking better care of yourself.
Understood. And thank you.
The curse has spread. Make sure she rests.
She probably doesn't have too many Eikon primes left in her.
If it hurts, you can tell me, I'll understand.
I can bear it.
Doesn't mean you need to.
But you shouldn't have to. Not anymore.
This isn't just your struggle, Clive. It's ours. And when we see how hard you fight, it inspires us to do the same. Or would you rather we left you to save the world all on your own?
No. That's not... Ignore me.
Clive, where are you?
Get out.
In here.
Impeccable timing as always, Gav.
What's wrong?
Rosaria's under attack.
What?
This isn't the Dalmekian army we're talking about. It's the men of the Rock from Drake's Fang. Hugo Kupka's private guard. There is in hell in Rosalith, trying to batter down the castle gates.
Looking for me?
Seems that way. Reckon old Hugo has finally worked out who Sid really is.
Then this is just another trap.
Ah, it's a trap, all right. The daddy of all fucking traps.
I'm going to Rosalith.
You're not serious. That's exactly what he wants you to do, Clive.
Look, I don't know why Kupka harbors such a grudge against Sid. But as long as it's left to fester, our world will never know peace. He has dragged the rest of Storm into this pointless war just to find me. Besides which, I am not about to stand and watch while my home gets ground into the dirt. Hugo Kupka must die.
I've lost enough friends to that man already.
That's gonna be a hell of a
I
fight.
don't want to lose any more. So let's go and kill the bastard.
I'm coming too. After all, we're in this together.
All right.
That's a bad idea. He's gonna be picking up the slack for us since we can't prime it
I
free.
should probably speak to Otto before leaving.
At least we know if we're pushed to the breaking point, we can get it free. But if she's there, we won't have to get pushed to our breaking point. Which means she's likely gonna do that and pay the price.
Back to Rosalith then. Whatever has become of her.
I don't like it. Man, how long has this chest been sitting here and I just never thought to come out to this balcony? Yeah, I'm not a fan of where that's leading. I think the reason why we're having a hard time priming it free is because she's always there for us to fall back on. We never have to. Like in the magma pits. You remember when Garuda grabbed us, that's the first time we turned into a freak willingly, is because it was that or die. It seems like we can only do that when we're pushed to the point. And we're never gonna be pushed to the point if Jill is here to pick the slack up.
Don't worry.
Which means she's gonna have to do that again.
Gov gave you the news then?
We're leaving for Rosalith. But not before I know exactly what's going on. What have we heard?
All sorts. Nobody was expecting the Dalmex to open up a new front against the Empire, least of all our friends in the provinces. Reports have been rolling in from all over the place, with no two saying the same thing. I've been passing them on to Vivian, in the hope she can make sense of them. If you're set on going, you'll want to talk to her.
Understood.
Ah, if it isn't my favorite pupil. Let's see now, where did we leave? Well, this is a surprise. My lectures are rarely so well attended.
You know what they say? A little knowledge, can't hurt?
We're going to Rosalith to deal with Kupka. What's the situation there?
Whoa there, Lord Rosfield. I'm sure you're champing at the bit to return to your roost. But to fully understand the present situation, one must first understand how it came to be.
Let us begin with the story of Hugo Kupka,
Or the permanent economic advisor to the Dalmekian government, to give him his formal title. In a republic founded on commerce, there could hardly be a more influential position. It has granted him both extraordinary wealth and extraordinary power. Not that he ever wanted for the latter. Being Titan's dominant, he is also Dalmekia's last line of defense, a fact he has used to his considerable advantage. Why, he was even able to pry Drake's Fang, one of the pillars of the Republic, from Parliament's grip. And he was quick to buy the loyalty of the Fang's protectors. Today they are his faithful creatures, a private army in all but name. The self-same army that marches upon Rosarian soil as we speak. By which I mean Imperial soil, not that you need reminding of the fact. Suffice it to say, the Empire's attentions are elsewhere at present, deadlocked as it is with Dalmekia over its occupation of the Crystalline Dominion, where its legions are now gathered. Scarcely a handful of garrisons remain to secure its western provinces, and half of them left after the fall of Drake's Breath. With the threat of the Ironblood thus diminished, they had little cause to fear a maritime invasion. And so today, only a token force guards the former duchy's shores, as Kupka was quick to descry. He landed his troops on the Rosarian coast without encountering so much as a single ship. All for you, Clive. He wants your head. And so he and his men advance upon Rosalith, not to capture the province, but to draw you out.
And we were walking into that knowingly.
You said Kupka's forces
With our
sailed up
mother's
coast.
blessing too.
What of Port Isolde then? Is the city safe?
Quite, according to the Guardians of the Flame. The Dalmekian fleet floated by without incident, but not without remark. When they learned Kupka's forces were making for Rosalith, our friends were quick to begin arranging the exodus of her citizens. And so the stage will soon be set for your heroic homecoming. Alas, it will be a more trying task to enter the capital than it was to leave it. Hugo's men hold Buet Bridge, despite the Imperials' repeated attempts to wrest it back from their grasp. And they were careful not to repeat the Empire's mistake in neglecting their coastal defenses. The seas around Rosalith are firmly under Dalmekian control. So tell me, pupil mine, what do you believe to be the best route to Rosalith?
The north. We cross the northern border near Phoenix Gate, then take the road through Stillwind down to the capital. Hardly the quickest route, but at least we won't be spotted.
A little local knowledge goes a long way. And so must you.
We'd best get a move on then.
Oh, will you be going too?
Aye. I've been waiting a long time to give that fucker a taste of his own medicine. I would have missed this for the world.
You need to be very careful
Right.
coming with us.
We should be on our way.
Lead on.
You don't even have an ability to use ether. If Kupka turns into Titan, they're gonna have to get out of there very quickly. Rosalith. Though long claimed by the Empire, Rosalith's castle, towering ivory walls, still serve as a reminder to all Rosarians of the duchy's proud past. Home sweet home. Or are they just shelling it out of spite?
Fortify the castle gates at once.
There's gonna be a lot of fighting through these streets.
Hugo and his men have been busy. They've already breached the castle's outer wall. The Imperials are holding the ground for now, but it's only a matter of time before the keep falls. Those fuckers really went to town on this place. Almost like they want to wipe it off the map.
Just a means to an end.
It had to have been our mother that sent the herd.
All this for one man? They didn't have to go so far.
If you keep your wits about you, I reckon you can make it up to the castle without raising the alarm. I'll sniff out any townsfolk who haven't escaped yet and send them on their way.
Be careful.
Likewise. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
It's gotta be our mother that sent the herd. Like she was having the conversation with her new child. She wants to wipe all the different players off the board so he can be the grand leader of the entire world. He has to be behind the strings.
I thought I was ready for this, but
I know. It's like a nightmare. This was our home. Come on, Clive. We have to keep going.
Capital punishment. It's like they're just doing as much damage as possible while they're walking through.
it's a massacre.
Correct.
He'll stop at nothing, Clive. Nothing.
You can just see the spy and what they're doing. All thanks to our gracious mother.
Why do this?
Clive, we can get through here.
Protect. Some opponents will cast protect spells to raise a defensive barrier around their allies that shields them from melee attack. When engaging protected targets, avoid using your sword. Instead, employ magic to quickly and efficiently dispel the barrier.
Murderers!
You know, let me violence this guy. Okay, well the barrier is not too much of a problem. We have a ton of magical abilities anyways.
I yield! I yield!
Look what we have here.
Gentlemen!
They're definitely game for a fight. These seem like the most barbaric ones we've fought so far. Surprising relay to what Kupka's personal guard. I'm sure some of his stuff rubbed off on him. And the Dalmekians definitely seem like the most brutish of nations.
With me, men! For the Emperor! Out of our way!
Come on, take him!
The way you quickly get up to the 1.5 modifier with this is nuts. Before we get ran right into the next thing, let me look at my ability points real fast. We have 2,900. I have been looking at Judgment Bolt like it's a juicy steak. Right, so Lightning Rod we are keeping. I don't think I invested points into anything else here. I did not. So let's get Judgment Bolt. Now gear and Eikons. We'll take off Pile Drive for Judgment Bolt. I'm very curious to see how this works. Now we can progress. I've had my eyes on Judgment Bolt for a while. It seems like when we get something staggered, we could drop the Lightning Rod down and hit it with a Judgment Bolt. And transition that right into Limit Break, and I feel like the the damage potential while something is staggered would be crazy like that. I'm sure the cooldown on it is also nuts though. I have to pick when to use that carefully.
Get out of my city or die!
Too bad we can't do anything for the citizens of Rosaria, but I'm not gonna cry over spilled Imperials. If our enemies want to wipe each other out, I'm fine with that.
We're nearly at the castle. It ends there.
Of course, we get a pile drive necklace right after I drop the ability. That is why I like Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod is insane. With Will of the Wisps too, you just stand by it.
Set her loose!
They have a Coeurl.
Attack!
Ready?
What do you think?
I don't think we have a choice. That. I'll hit it with a Judgment Bolt. I'll go Limit Break.
It's building up to something.
We need to stop him. Whatever it takes.
Missed this.
Too slow.
Okay, we got it.
It's down.
Then let's make this count. Awaken!
Yeah, I almost missed that.
Nice try.
and there goes his pet.
Jill!
We meet at last, Sid. Or should I say, Lord Rosfield? I've been looking for you for a very long time.
Let her go, Kupka.
I'm so glad you accepted my invitation. I went to some trouble with the decorations. Do you like what I've done with the place?
Bastard.
Such a pity your predecessor couldn't join us. But I am sure you will prove compelling company. Be still, little snowflake. I would not have you melt before your starring moment.
I know he's a bad guy, but I like Kupka a lot, actually.
Fuck.
I wonder how he would react if he knew that our mother is actually the one that did that. I mean, we did still kill Benedicta, so I'm sure he'd still be pissed.
On to the festivities.
Didn't chop her head off.
That's just great, that is. I suppose it's up to me then.
Gav the goat. I hope he's careful. Execution block.
Headsman!
Where do you want me?
You! Bring the prisoner!
Yeah, it's no more than she deserves for getting into bed with an outlaw.
We should get into mine.
Lord Kupka commands your presence. You're to bear witness to the girl's execution.
Such a waste.
Gav the goat.
Gav! Shh.
Crystal fetters are a bastard to open, just so you know. Don't worry, I'll have them off before you can blink.
Where's Jill?
In the courtyard.
Shit. We have to hurry.
The Imperials have sounded the retreat and cleared out of the castle, but the place is still swarming with Kupka's men.
Leave them to me.
I'll make my way up top and circle round the back. Quick as you like, eh? Nearly forgot.
And he even brought our sword. Solid as ever,
Jill,
Gav.
I'm coming.
Alrighty, that is going to be a wrap for this episode, everybody. I am so sorry for the cliffhanger, but thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, as always, there is a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Final Fantasy. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.